Welcome everyone to 2K Sports Basketball. This game features something different, as we'll see talent from the college ranks blended into the lineup as well. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So the Bronx will get the first possession. On the wing, James. Green with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Shaq with the screen. The drive by Green.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
To the paint. Here's Shaq. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off. Oh, wow! What a dunk!
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Green drives in, and Green slams it in.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping.
Oh, the power on that fruit! Wow!
Oh, okay. I guess LeBron wanted that one to sting a little. Keep a little extra on that one.
Well, he's putting on a show right now. I like when he gets creative with his ball handling.
Nifty move. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's LeBron.
Oh, whoa! That's just unfair.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
Here's Rose. O'Neal with the rebound.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
And just so sure of himself, like he just knew that was going in.
Shaq with the screen. Adebayo with the ball. Guarded now by Shaq. Looking to end the run. And Green slams it in.
Oh, how about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Right side, Arenas. Outside, Rose. James in the high post.
Blocking foul. Hold on. Eagles ban Adebayo. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Atlanta making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
Atlanta on D. They trail by one. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Here's Rose. Williams with the block.
Well, you have to deny these easy shots when you can. They send a clear message to your opponent.
Richard Jefferson.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Substitution for Atlanta.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bronx?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
To the inside. Here's Şengün. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, that's where Westbrook's at his best. He wants to get downhill.
Williams gets the bucket.
And look, that's just a guy getting to his spot and making the defense pay.
Rose scanning the floor. Pass to Williams. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. The Bronx on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Bronx, what do you guys think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart.
Now into the lineup for Bronx. Number 6, LeBron James.
Shot clock at 6. Griffin with some nice D.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Now, here's Stewart with the drive. It's good. This game is all even.
Yeah, Stewart's presence down low stems from her skills and finesse. She's something to watch and admire.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Yeah, he just put his head down and went to work on the drive.
Here's Carter. And finished off by Carter.
Yeah, and this is why he's called Vinsanity. Some of Carter's throwdowns are down.
Oh, epic move by LeBron.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
And Carter has it in the corner. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Both teams will make substitutions. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Atlanta foul.
LeBron shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Second personal foul.
To stand multiple defensive selections for Bam Adebayo.
Well, look, Kevin, Bam Adebayo has 3 key things for a defender, all right? He is smart, he is tough, and he is very, very versatile. He can guard virtually everyone on the floor at a given time.
And Rose has shown himself capable of knocking down that 3 when he's got some daylight.
And Jefferson throws it down.
That rim has a family.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Garnett outside. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Atlanta making a switch here. Harden way outside. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. O'Neal with the rebound. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Bronx. .125 left in the first half of basketball. The shot's good. O'Neal's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bronx.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that.
And Rose throws it down hard.
Wow, I don't know how you stop that. Rose putting on a show.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Green up on top. He's got 10. And Green slams it in.
Well, it's refreshing to see Green not just help run the offense, but also be involved with production.
Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And he's He's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Arenas. Rebound, Atlanta. Down low. Pass to O'Neal. Over James. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but he drained it.
There's Rose with the 3. And no good that time. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Atlanta, 28.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
O'Neal from long range. And Shaq pulls it down. That's the Bronx with the ball. And there's the whistle. That was certainly intentional, but not exactly logical.
I don't know what her thought process was there. Just out of touch with the game situation, I guess.
Pass to James.
And LeBron used to getting hit. This is the level of attention this man attracts from the D. And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that
Maybe.
Well, didn't sink them all, but at least that puts them in front.
Adebayo drives in.
Oh, you can see the athleticism of Adebayo on that drive. What a motor he has.
Outside, O'Neal. Sweet move. Rebounded by Rose.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Holmgren. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's O'Neal. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
Shaq with the screen. Lobbed up there for O'Neal. They kick it out to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Stewart. Holmgren with the steal. Lets it go from deep. Oh, and the jam by Arenas.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
From past the arc, Stewart missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bronx. They lead by 1. Jefferson's shot is off. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. O'Neal wide open. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Third team foul.
1:19 left to play in the third.
Well, look, any loss of focus can lead to mistakes. Guys in this league are just too good.
Here's Westbrook. It's blocked by Shaq.
When your defense is challenged like that, you need guys to rise to the occasion. This is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
Pass to Green. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, Green loves tearing your defense apart by making great passes and executing on offense.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That's going to send Richard Jefferson to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Bronx, they've made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. Outside, Green to the wing right side. Here's Griffin. Bronx grabs the miss. The Bronx, they've gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good. Westbrook. 8 seconds left to play in the third. Just 3 on the clock. And finished off by Westbrook.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And so it's the Bronx. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's the Bronx with the ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Here's LeBron. And James throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they...
Oh, how about that slam?
Somebody got their feelings hurt on that one.
Incredible.
And one of the all-time high risers at the point guard position.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. James driving. Here's Şengün. Kicks it out to James. 6 on the shot clock. Puts the move on. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, this is what Adebayo is known for. An outstanding defender who protects the rim so well.
Atlanta making a switch here. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Left side, O'Neal. Back to Green. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Bronx leading by 9. Over in the corner, Rose. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, Adebayo's a little undersized at the center spot, but he can give you some shot blocking.
Chalk up 2 there.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. He's ready to talk things through with them.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Rose in the post. Here's Holmgren. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Holmgren's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bronx. O'Neal at the elbow. O'Neal again bringing down the house.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
O'Neal with the steal. Adebayo drives in. Misses from short range. The Bronx leading by 7. Pass to Rose. Holmgren outside. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Wasted no time on that one. Rose has got 5 points now this quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. And already, Rose may be the most athletic point guard in the league. Amazing quickness to go with that leaping ability.
The Atlanta trails by 8. Here's Green. A kick out to O'Neal. Rebounded by Rose. Holmgren left side. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bronx leads by 10.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Rose. And the Bronx tacks on 2 more.
Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
Yeah, look, sometimes you just break your opponent's spirit, and I think this has been one of those times.
The offensive rebound. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And sometimes Shaq is impossible to guard without fouling. He's this, like, overwhelming presence.
Strong move off the glass.
Well, so important to get points in the paint. Makes it a lot harder on the defense.
And there's the 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. What's your take, guys?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Yep, it counts.
Shaquille O'Neal.
So it's the Bronx picking up the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win.
Thanks for coming out to support your team.